Stop overthinking. You've heard it before, but have you truly understood the weight it carries in your life? Overthinking is holding you back from the life you truly want. The constant loop of doubts, questions, and endless possibilities paralyzes you. But here's the truth. That cycle doesn't have to be your reality anymore. Imagine what your life could look like if you could break free from this trap. What if you could stop overanalyzing every decision and start making moves that take you closer to your dreams? You don't need to wait for some magical moment to get control of your life. It's in your hands right now. In this audiobook, you'll learn exactly how to take control of your thoughts, stop second-guessing yourself, and begin living the life you deserve. We'll talk about the simple yet powerful steps you can take today to stop overthinking and start acting with confidence. It's time to stop letting fear and doubt dictate your every move. Your success is not about having everything figured out. It's about making decisions, taking action, and trusting yourself. You've got everything you need to create the life you've always wanted. Let's get started. This is your moment to break free and make things happen. Stick with me until the end, because the change you're looking for starts now. Chapter 1. Master your mindset and unlock your unlimited potential. If you ever wondered how some people seem to have it all together, how they accomplish what others deem impossible, and live with a level of confidence that radiates, the answer is simple. It starts with their mindset. You see, every single person has an immense amount of untapped potential within them. But what separates those who thrive from those who struggle is the mindset they choose to adopt. You are only limited by the way you think, and by shifting your mindset, you can unlock that vast potential, change your trajectory, and begin achieving things you once thought were out of reach. The moment you decide that the power to change your life is within you, everything begins to shift. Now I want you to imagine something. Imagine waking up every single day with a sense of purpose, not driven by external circumstances, but by the absolute certainty that you can handle whatever life throws your way. Imagine tackling every challenge not with doubt and fear, but with confidence and clarity, that life is within your reach right now. And it begins by mastering your mindset. Mastering your mindset is the foundation of everything. It's the key to achieving lasting success and living a fulfilling life. When you begin to think differently, your actions, decisions, and even your circumstances change. But let's be clear, this doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen by accident. You must decide to take control. You must make a conscious effort to change the way you think, and more importantly, the way you speak to yourself. It starts with awareness. Far too many people go through life on autopilot, thinking thoughts that don't serve them, and letting their past failures dictate their future potential. But once you become aware of how your thoughts shape your reality, you gain the power to control them. Imagine the kind of life you could create if you were fully aware of the thoughts running through your head each day. What if you could stop the negative thought patterns before they even had a chance to take root? That's where the magic begins. When you master your mindset, you unlock the door to personal growth, to endless opportunities, and to a life filled with purpose. The first step is deciding to take responsibility for your thoughts. Stop blaming others or your circumstances for your current situation. The truth is, your thoughts have led you to where you are right now, and they will continue to shape your future unless you decide to change them. You are the creator of your own reality, and once you understand that, you have all the power you need to start changing your life today. Think about how often you allow negative thoughts to control your life. How many times have you let fear or doubt stop you from going after what you want? How many times have you convinced yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, or that you're not capable of success? I'll tell you right now, those thoughts are not the truth. Those thoughts are not who you are. They are merely a reflection of your past experiences and the limiting beliefs you've carried with you. But here's the truth. You can choose to leave those beliefs behind. You can choose to believe that you are capable of achieving greatness, and you can choose to believe that your best days are still ahead of you. It's time to stop living in the past and start focusing on the present. It's time to stop overthinking and start taking action. The mind is incredibly powerful, but it's also incredibly fragile. If you feed it negative thoughts, doubt, and fear, that's what it will create. But if you feed it positive affirmations, empowering beliefs, and the certainty that you can achieve anything, your mind will begin to work in your favor. You will begin to act in alignment with your new beliefs, and your reality will shift. Let's talk about the importance of self-talk for a moment. How many of you talk down to yourselves? How many of you have spent years telling yourself that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not worthy of success? We've all done it. But here's the thing. Those negative affirmations are just as powerful as positive ones. The mind does not differentiate between positive or negative. It simply accepts whatever you give it. So if you're constantly telling yourself that you're not capable of success, your mind will accept that as truth. It's no wonder so many people remain stuck in their current situation. But imagine, just for a moment, how your life would change if you started speaking to yourself like someone who deserves success. Imagine if every time you made a mistake or failed, you said to yourself, "This is just part of the process. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm getting closer to my goal." What if you started saying to yourself every day, "I am capable, I am worthy, and I am ready to take on the world"? When you start speaking to yourself with power and belief, you begin to rewire your brain. You begin to believe that you can accomplish anything. And when you believe that, you begin to take action. And that's when the results start coming in. Your mindset will lead to massive action, and massive action will lead to extraordinary results. Let's look at one more important piece of mastering your mindset: perspective. How you see the world determines how you experience it. If you wake up every day with a negative mindset, seeing challenges as problems instead of opportunities, your life will reflect that. But if you wake up with the mindset that every challenge is a stepping stone, every failure is a lesson, and every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, your life will begin to transform. Success is not about avoiding challenges, it's about how you respond to them. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they perceive the challenges they face. Those who succeed see challenges as part of the journey. They embrace the difficulties, knowing that each one is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. So, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to take responsibility for your thoughts. Notice the negative patterns and consciously choose to replace them with empowering beliefs. Start talking to yourself like the powerful, capable person you are. And above all, change your perspective on life. See every challenge as an opportunity, and every setback as a lesson. When you begin to do this, you'll start to notice a shift in your energy, your actions, and your results. This is the beginning of unlocking your unlimited potential. It all starts with mastering your mindset. The power to change your life is within you. Your thoughts shape your reality, and your actions follow your thoughts. When you master your mindset, everything else falls into place. You are capable of achieving extraordinary things, but first you must believe it. The first step is to decide right now that you are in control. The rest will follow. Chapter 2. Take control of your life and stop procrastinating today. The life you're dreaming of is just one decision away. Every moment you waste waiting for the right time is another moment slipping away from you. No more excuses, no more delays. This is your time to take control of your life. Procrastination is a silent thief, robbing you of your potential, your progress, and your dreams. But here's the truth. You have the power to stop it right now. The key to overcoming procrastination is not just about finding motivation, it's about changing how you think and act in every single moment. The moment you decide to take control, everything shifts. But it takes more than just a thought, it takes commitment and action. When you stop procrastinating, you take your life back into your own hands. But I know it's easier said than done. We all face that moment when the pressure of the task seems overwhelming, when the distractions of life feel like they're pulling you in 1,000 different directions. But here's what you need to understand. The only thing holding you back from the life you want is the belief that you have time to wait. There is no perfect moment, no perfect time to begin. Right now is the perfect time. In fact, right now is the only time that matters. You can't afford to wait anymore. Every day you delay, every minute you put off, is a minute lost in pursuit of your dreams. But here's where the magic happens. By simply deciding to take control of your time, you take control of your life. And I'm not just talking about thinking about it or hoping for it to happen. I'm talking about taking immediate, decisive action. This doesn't mean you have to take massive leaps right away, but it does mean you need to make the commitment to stop waiting and start acting. Procrastination feeds off indecision. It thrives on the idea that you'll get to it eventually. that tomorrow is a better day to start, that there's always another opportunity. But think about this. How many times have you put off something important, telling yourself that you'll do it later, only to realize that later never comes? That's how procrastination traps you in a cycle of inaction. And here's the thing, you're not just putting off tasks, you're putting off your potential. Every time you procrastinate, you're reinforcing the idea that you're not capable of acting now, that you need more time or more preparation to get started. But the truth is, you don't need more time, you need to take action. Imagine waking up tomorrow and deciding that today is the day you will stop putting things off. Imagine taking that first step toward your goals with confidence, knowing that every small action you take today builds momentum for tomorrow. This is how you break free from procrastination. It's not about waiting until you feel ready, it's about deciding to take control and trust yourself to figure things out along the way. Procrastination is an illusion, a fear-driven thought that tells you you're not prepared enough, not good enough, or not ready yet. But the reality is, you're ready right now. You have everything you need to start today, if only you stop allowing fear to stop you. One of the most powerful tools you can use to break free from procrastination is the ability to make decisions quickly. When you delay decisions, you allow doubt to creep in. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take action. But when you make a decision and act immediately, you set the momentum in motion. You create a shift in your energy that moves you toward your goals with power. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to know every step along the way. You simply need to trust yourself enough to take that first step. But let's be real. We all know the feeling of sitting there, staring at the task, knowing we need to do it, but feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of it. Maybe you've experienced that sinking feeling in your stomach as you think about the time and effort it will take to get started. Here's the secret. Break the task down into smaller, more manageable steps. Don't focus on the entire project or goal at once. Focus on just the first step, whether it's making a phone call, writing the first sentence, or just putting on your shoes to go for a walk. Do something, anything, that moves you forward. Momentum is key, and once you take that first step, you'll be amazed at how quickly the rest starts to fall into place. But it's not just about breaking tasks down. It's about creating systems in your life that make it easier to stay on track. You've heard the saying, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out, right? That's the mindset you need to adopt. Procrastination happens when you let yourself get distracted by everything else in your life. So build daily habits that keep you focused. When you make a habit out of taking action, procrastination doesn't stand a chance. Whether it's dedicating a set time each day to work on your goals, setting reminders, or even creating a routine that starts each morning with a small victory, you start to build an environment where taking action becomes second nature. I know it's tempting to believe that motivation will somehow come and carry you through the tough moments. But let's be honest, motivation doesn't just appear out of nowhere. Motivation is the result of taking action, not the other way around. The more you act, the more motivated you become. The key is to get started, even when you don't feel like it. Action breeds energy, and that energy fuels your next step, and the next, and the next. So if you want to overcome procrastination, you need to create a cycle of action that propels you forward, regardless of how you feel in the moment. But perhaps the most important part of overcoming procrastination is shifting your mindset. You need to change how you view the task at hand. Instead of seeing it as a burden, see it as an opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to push yourself, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever life throws your way. When you change your perception of the task, you stop fearing it, you stop avoiding it. You start to look forward to the challenge, knowing that every time you face something difficult, you grow stronger. The truth is, there's never going to be a perfect moment to start. You're never going to feel completely ready. But that's exactly what makes this so powerful. The fact that you can start even when you don't feel prepared is what separates successful people from those who never take that first step. You'll learn as you go. You'll make mistakes, and that's okay. In fact, it's necessary. Mistakes are the lessons that will teach you the way forward. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, and start creating your own perfect moment by taking action today. Now let me tell you something powerful. The decision to stop procrastinating is the decision to stop playing small. It's the decision to stop living in fear and self-doubt. It's the decision to take control of your future. The moment you commit to stopping procrastination, you shift from being a passive observer in your life to becoming the active creator of your destiny. And I promise you, once you take that step, you will never look back. You will look at the world differently. And more importantly, you will look at yourself differently. You will realize that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. So today, right now, make the commitment to stop procrastinating. Take one small step, no matter how insignificant it may seem. It's the first step toward taking control of your life. And from there, everything will change. Your potential is limitless, but only if you stop waiting and start acting. Take that first step and watch as your life begins to transform. Chapter 3. Embrace failure as the key to your success. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. The truth is, the greatest breakthroughs of your life are not going to come when everything is smooth and easy. They're going to come when you push yourself, when you force yourself to step into the unknown and face challenges head on. The uncomfortable moments are the moments that matter the most. They are the moments where you learn, where you evolve, and where you find out exactly what you're made of. You see, if you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to stop running from discomfort and start running towards it. It's time to stop seeking the easy path and start embracing the path that forces you to grow. The path that shapes you into the person you were always meant to be. It's easy to think that growth happens when everything is going right, when you've mastered a skill, when you feel in control. But that's not where true transformation occurs. It happens when you're faced with uncertainty, when you're in a situation that challenges your limits, when your back is up against the wall and there seems to be no way out. It's in these moments that your mind, body, and soul are forced to rise. It's in these moments that you are pushed beyond what you thought was possible. And that's where growth truly begins. Here's the reality. The world rewards those who can handle discomfort, not those who avoid it. It's easy to stay in a comfortable place, to stick with what you know, to avoid risk, and to protect yourself from failure. But by doing this, you are choosing to remain stagnant. You're choosing to stay the same, and staying the same is the fastest way to guarantee that you'll never reach your full potential. But when you choose to embrace discomfort, when you choose to face the fear and take that first step into the unknown, that's when you start unlocking the doors to your true capabilities. The problem is, most people don't want to face discomfort. It feels safer to stay in the familiar, to keep doing what you've always done, even if it doesn't get you closer to your goals. But here's a secret. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you're not willing to get uncomfortable, then you're not willing to grow. The only way to break free from mediocrity is to embrace the challenges that come your way, to step outside your comfort zone and push yourself harder than you ever have before. I know what you're thinking, but what if I fail? Failure is not the end. Failure is just a stepping stone, a part of the process, a sign that you're trying. It's the person who never fails, who never learns, who never grows. It's the person who's willing to risk failure, who moves forward, who evolves, and who becomes the person they've always dreamed of being. So instead of fearing failure, you need to start seeing it as an opportunity. When you fail, you learn. When you fall, you get back up stronger. Failure isn't something to be avoided. It's something to be embraced. Without it, there is no progress. Think about the last time you were uncomfortable. Think about the last time you did something that stretched you, that forced you to face your fears and step into the unknown. Remember the feelings of uncertainty and anxiety, but also remember how you grew from it. That's what discomfort does for you. It pushes you, it challenges you, and it opens up new possibilities. The more you allow yourself to be uncomfortable, the more you build resilience. You start to develop an inner strength that allows you to handle bigger challenges with ease. You start to see discomfort not as a threat, but as an opportunity to level up, to take your life to the next level. One of the biggest reasons people avoid discomfort is the fear of failure or judgment. We are conditioned to believe that failure is a reflection of our abilities, that if we fail, we aren't good enough. But that's a lie. Failure doesn't define you. It's just a moment, a single point in time that you can use to learn and grow. The people who achieve the most are not the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who embrace it, who understand that failure is just a part of the process, and that each failure brings them one step closer to success. They know that the only way to truly fail is to quit. When you embrace discomfort, You begin to develop a mindset that is focused on growth rather than fear. Instead of avoiding the things that challenge you, you actively seek them out. You stop running from the difficult conversations, the tough decisions, and the risky ventures. You start to see them as opportunities to become stronger, smarter, and more capable. It's in these moments of discomfort that you find out what you're really made of. It's in these moments that you learn to trust yourself, to trust your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Now, I'm not saying that discomfort is always easy. It's not. It can be downright painful at times, but the discomfort is temporary, and the rewards are eternal. Think about the things in your life that you're most proud of. Chances are, they didn't come from sitting comfortably in the safety of what you knew. They came from the moments where you pushed yourself, where you took a risk, where you faced a fear and kept moving forward anyway. It's in those moments that you found your true power. Here's the thing. Life is going to throw challenges your way, whether you like it or not. You can't control the obstacles that come into your path, but you can control how you respond to them. You can choose to face them head-on with courage, or you can choose to avoid them and stay where you are. The choice is yours. And when you choose to embrace discomfort, to push through the fear and the uncertainty, you start to see that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. You start to realize that discomfort is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. So the next time you feel that resistance, the next time you feel the urge to stay in your comfort zone, remember this: the greatest rewards in life come from the greatest challenges. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to stop running from discomfort and start running toward it. It's the only way to grow, to evolve, and to become the person you were always meant to be. Embrace the discomfort, welcome the challenges, and watch as your life transforms into something beyond your wildest dreams. The path to greatness is not an easy one, but it is the only path worth taking. The discomfort you face today is the strength you'll have tomorrow. And when you look back on your journey, you'll realize that the moments you feared the most were the moments that shaped you into the person you've become. Don't let fear hold you back any longer. Embrace the discomfort. Take the leap, because on the other side of that discomfort lies everything you've ever wanted. Chapter 4. Shift your focus and build unshakable confidence instantly. Confidence isn't something you find outside of yourself. It's something that comes from within. A fire that burns brightest when you learn how to control where your mind goes. The key to confidence isn't in pretending to be something you're not. It's in recognizing who you already are and unleashing the power that lives deep inside you. It's about taking control of your thoughts and shifting your focus to what truly matters. Once you learn how to do this, confidence won't just be a fleeting feeling, it'll become your default state. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being certain of yourself, certain of your value, and certain of your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Most people spend their entire lives searching for confidence in the wrong places. They look for it in external validation, through likes, compliments, or approval from others. But real confidence doesn't come from external sources. It comes from an internal shift. When you learn how to focus on the things that matter, your strengths, your potential, and your vision for the future, that's when you start building confidence that is unshakable. This kind of confidence isn't dependent on how the world sees you. It's built from within, and it's something that can't be taken away. If you want to build confidence, you need to start by shifting the way you think. Your focus determines your reality. When you focus on what you don't have, what you're lacking, or what you fear, that's exactly what you attract into your life. Your energy goes where your attention goes. But when you shift your focus to what you do have, to your strengths, your capabilities, and your unique potential, something incredible happens. You start to see yourself as powerful, unstoppable, and ready to take on the world. Your mind becomes a magnet for success, and your confidence grows in ways you never thought possible. The power of focus cannot be overstated. When you focus on positive thoughts, your brain rewires itself to work for you instead of against you. It's like changing the channel on a radio. You can tune into the frequency of positivity and self-belief, or you can stay stuck in the static of self-doubt and insecurity. The choice is yours. And the moment you make the decision to focus on the positive, to focus on your strengths and your potential, your life begins to change. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to believe that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. And that's when your confidence begins to grow, not just in small increments, but in massive leaps. But shifting your focus isn't just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about training your mind to focus on the right things at the right time. It's about blocking out the noise of negativity, the doubts, and the fears that cloud your judgment. It's about consciously choosing to direct your energy toward the things that empower you. When you shift your focus, you stop obsessing over what could go wrong and start thinking about what could go right. You stop focusing on your weaknesses and start amplifying your strengths. You stop worrying about the opinions of others and start listening to your inner voice, the voice that tells you that you are enough, that you are worthy, and that you have what it takes to succeed. Imagine if you could silence the negative self-talk, the doubts, the fears, and the worries that hold you back. What if you could replace those thoughts with empowering, positive beliefs that help you take action? What if you could train yourself to automatically focus on your strengths, your accomplishments, and the future you're building? That's the kind of power you have access to when you shift your focus. It's the kind of power that leads to unshakable confidence, a confidence that stays with you no matter what challenges you face, a confidence that doesn't waver when things get tough, but grows stronger with every step you take. It's time to stop looking for validation from outside sources. The truth is, no one else's opinion of you matters nearly as much as your opinion of yourself. When you start focusing on the things that you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your decisions, you begin to realize that you don't need to seek approval from anyone else. You are enough, just as you are. You've always been enough. And when you internalize this truth, you begin to walk with a newfound sense of confidence. You stop caring about what other people think, because you know that your worth isn't determined by their opinion. Your worth comes from within, and that's where true confidence begins. Shifting your focus also means letting go of the stories you've been telling yourself. We all have stories we believe about who we are, what we're capable of, and what we deserve. But most of these stories are based on past experiences, fears, or limiting beliefs that we've internalized over time. If you've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, or that you'll never succeed, it's time to rewrite that story. It's time to start focusing on the truth that you are powerful, that you are deserving of success, and that you have the ability to achieve anything you set your mind to. When you shift your focus, you also shift your energy. Confidence isn't just a thought, it's a feeling. And that feeling comes from the energy you project into the world. When you focus on your strengths, your potential, and your goals, you radiate a powerful energy that others can't help but notice. People are naturally drawn to confidence because it's contagious. When you exude self-belief, you inspire others to believe in you too. And the more others believe in you, the more your confidence grows. It's a cycle that feeds itself. The more confident you become, the more opportunities you attract. The more you focus on your strengths, the more success you'll find. Building unshakable confidence is a process, but it's a process that starts the moment you make the decision to change your focus. It starts the moment you stop doubting yourself and start believing in your potential. It starts the moment you realize that you are in control of your thoughts, and that by changing your focus, you can change your entire reality. Confidence isn't something you have to wait for, it's something you can build right now, today, by shifting your focus. The more you practice this, the stronger your confidence becomes. And the more unshakable your confidence becomes, the more unstoppable you become. The key to confidence is in your hands. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect situation, or the perfect outcome. Confidence is about taking the power you already have and shifting your focus to what truly matters. When you do this, you'll begin to see that your confidence is not just a fleeting feeling, it's a permanent part of who you are. And when you walk through the world with unshakable confidence, nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams. So take control of your focus, build your confidence, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Chapter 5. Stop overthinking and start taking massive action now. You know what's stopping you from reaching your potential? It's not the lack of resources, not the world around you, and certainly not the people who might doubt you. The real obstacle between you and your goals is simple. It's your own mind. Overthinking is the silent killer of progress. The thing that keeps you trapped in a cycle of doubt, hesitation, and confusion. And here's the hard truth. Nothing will change for you until you break free from it. It's time to stop overthinking and start taking massive action. Overthinking is like a prison that keeps you locked in place, endlessly running through scenarios, making plans, but never executing them. The idea of perfection, the desire to get everything right, makes you freeze. Every time you try to take a step, the what-ifs flood in. What if it's not the right decision? What if I fail? What if people judge me? These thoughts aren't just distractions. They're weapons aimed at your success. The more you dwell on them, the less you do. And the less you do, the more those thoughts continue to dominate your life, keeping you stuck in the same place, day after day. Here's what you need to realize. Overthinking is a habit. It's something your brain does out of fear. It's trying to protect you. But in doing so, it keeps you from growing. The only way to break free from this cycle is to make a choice. To take action even when you're not 100% ready, even when it feels uncomfortable. You cannot wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect situation. There will never be one. The only time that matters is now. The only thing that will move you forward is action. Action is the antidote to overthinking. When you take action, you break the pattern. You stop giving your mind the chance to run wild with doubts and fears. You replace the mental noise with momentum. You stop thinking and start doing. And it's through doing that you learn, you grow, and you adjust. You don't need to have it all figured out from the start. In fact, you never will. Life isn't about having every detail mapped out. It's about being willing to take the first step, trusting that the rest will unfold along the way. Success isn't something you achieve by overthinking it. It's something you achieve by acting on what you believe. No matter how imperfect the process may seem, every time you hesitate, every time you spend more time thinking than doing, you waste precious opportunities. Success doesn't care how many plans you have. It doesn't care how many perfect strategies you've written down. It doesn't even care about your reasons for waiting. The only thing success cares about is one thing: action. And that's the simple truth. If you want to win, if you want to grow, if you want to see change in your life, you must take massive action. Massive action isn't about doing everything at once. It's not about overwhelming yourself with 100 tasks or trying to change everything in your life overnight. No, massive action is about doing the things that move you forward. Doing the next step, taking the next decision. No matter how small or large it seems, it's about making progress, not perfection. It's about the momentum you build every time you take a step in the direction of your dreams. And every time you do, it gets easier. You gain confidence, clarity, and momentum that pushes you forward. You stop second-guessing yourself because you start proving to yourself that you can do it. You start believing in your own ability to get things done, and that belief becomes the driving force behind your success. It's easy to get caught in the trap of overthinking, to constantly ask yourself what's the right thing to do, whether you're making the best choice, whether you'll succeed or fail. But the truth is, you'll never have all the answers up front. You'll never know everything, and that's okay. Life is an experiment, not a formula. You try, you fail, you learn, and you try again. But nothing happens if you stay stuck in your head. Nothing changes if you stay paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. To build massive action into your life, you need to make it a habit. It's about waking up every day and deciding that today, you will move forward. It's about getting comfortable with discomfort, learning to take that first step, even when it feels uncertain. The most successful people are not the ones who have it all figured out. They are the ones who choose to act, no matter what. They push through their doubts, their fears, and their insecurities. They act in spite of the unknown. And in doing so, they gain more than just success. They gain the confidence that comes from knowing they can handle whatever comes their way. You'll never feel ready, and that's a good thing. If you wait until everything is perfect, you'll never get started. If you wait for the right moment, you'll never move. The key is to start where you are, with what you have, and go from there. You don't need a roadmap for the entire journey. You just need to take that first step. Then when you take the second one, and the third one, you'll start to see how the path begins to unfold before you. It's a process, but that process starts with action. Imagine the possibilities that will open up for you if you decide right now to stop thinking and start doing. Think of the projects you've been putting off, the dreams you've been delaying, the opportunities you've been missing because you were too afraid to make a move. Now picture yourself taking the first step toward those things, right now. Imagine what it would feel like to be in motion, to be taking action, to be making progress. No matter how small the steps are, it's empowering. It gives you a sense of control, of momentum, And that's what makes the difference. That's what propels you forward. The secret to success isn't knowing everything. It's doing everything. It's about taking action over and over again, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. And when you keep doing that, you'll notice something powerful happens. You begin to transform. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is stuck in overthinking and start seeing yourself as someone who takes action. You stop doubting yourself and start trusting your ability to handle whatever challenges come your way. And when that happens, you step into your power. You stop being a spectator in your own life and become the main player. Don't let overthinking hold you back for one more second. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for all the answers. Take action. Now, the world is waiting for you to show up, and the only thing that's going to get you there is action. Don't let fear, doubt, or hesitation stop you. Take that first step, and then take another. Keep moving, keep growing, and watch as everything starts to fall into place. Action changes everything. It's time to stop overthinking and start taking massive action. Your future is waiting for you to make a move. Chapter 6. Break free from excuses and create unstoppable momentum. Excuses are the chains that hold you in place, trapping you in a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. Every time you tell yourself you can't do something because of this reason or that reason, you're letting your own mind keep you from moving forward. The only thing standing between you and success, the only thing that can stop you from achieving everything you've ever dreamed of, is the excuses you make. The world doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't slow down because of them. If you want to create the kind of life you've always imagined, if you want to build momentum that's so strong, nothing can stop you, you've got to break free from the excuses that have been holding you back. Let me tell you something important. Excuses are a form of self-sabotage. Every time you say, "I don't have time," "I'm not good enough," "It's too hard," or "I'll start tomorrow," you're making an unconscious choice to stay stuck. Excuses may feel like a safety net at first. They're comfortable, familiar, and they protect you from the risk of failure or disappointment. But in reality, they're the very thing keeping you from the life you deserve. Every excuse is like a brick in a wall you've built around yourself, and with every brick you become more trapped in a life you don't want. The longer you let excuses dictate your actions, the harder it becomes to break free. But here's the truth. No matter how strong the wall is, you have the power to tear it down. All it takes is the decision to stop making excuses and start taking massive action. You don't need more time. You don't need more resources. You don't need more permission. What you need is to stop allowing the excuses to rule your life. Stop believing the lies your mind tells you about why you can't succeed. The truth is that you are capable of so much more than you realize. But you'll never see that if you keep hiding behind excuses. The moment you decide to break free from those excuses, something incredible happens. Momentum starts to build. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take action, one step at a time. And with every step, you'll gain more confidence, more clarity, and more motivation to keep going. Momentum is the force that propels you forward, and once you've built it, nothing can stop you. Building momentum starts with a simple decision. You have to decide that enough is enough. You have to make the conscious choice to stop hiding behind excuses and step into the person you were always meant to be. You're not going to magically wake up one day and feel ready. You're not going to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The time to act is right now, and it starts with rejecting the excuses that have been holding you back. You're never going to feel ready to take the first step. The fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, they're always going to be there. But if you're going to break free from excuses, you have to do it anyway. You have to take that first step, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it scares you. And when you do, something amazing happens. You start to feel the momentum building. Momentum is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and it feels like you're not getting very far. But the more you push forward, the bigger it gets. And soon enough, you're building a force that is unstoppable. That's what happens when you break free from excuses. You create momentum. You create a cycle of action that builds on itself, a positive feedback loop that makes you want to keep going. The more you do, the more you believe in yourself. The more you believe in yourself, the more action you take. And the more action you take, the more momentum you build. This is how successful people operate. They don't wait for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or the perfect plan. they take action, and they do it consistently. They understand that the only way to create momentum is by moving, by pushing forward no matter how small the steps might seem at first. The power of momentum is undeniable. It's what separates the people who succeed from those who don't. Those who succeed don't wait for everything to align perfectly. They make things happen. They understand that success isn't a destination. It's a journey, a process of continuous effort and growth. The more you focus on building momentum, the less you'll rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but momentum is a constant force that drives you forward. Once you've built momentum, it's easier to keep going. The hard part is getting started, but once you take that first step, the rest follows. And here's the most powerful part. When you stop making excuses, you start to break through the barriers that have been holding you back. You start to see that those walls of fear and doubt were never as strong as you thought. They were just illusions, built up over time by your own excuses. When you stop giving in to them, you see that the only thing holding you back is your own mind. And the moment you realize that, you reclaim your power. You become unstoppable. You become a force that can't be contained. You start taking action every day, building momentum that carries you toward your goals, toward the life you've always wanted. You stop waiting for things to be perfect, and you start taking massive action. You stop hiding behind excuses, and you start living the life you were meant to live. The most important thing to remember is that momentum doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require everything to fall into place. It requires one thing: action. Action is the catalyst that creates momentum. And the more you act, the more momentum you create. It's not about getting everything right. It's about doing something, anything, to move forward. The moment you decide to stop making excuses and start taking action, you will begin to see the world open up in ways you never imagined. Opportunities will start to appear, and you'll find yourself in situations that move you closer to your dreams. But it all starts with you. It starts with you deciding to break free from excuses and create unstoppable momentum. Now is the time. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop making excuses, take action, and build momentum that will carry you to the life you want. You have the power within you to make it happen. It's time to break free from the chains of excuses and create a life that is unstoppable. Take that first step, and watch how everything starts to shift. Chapter 7. Transform your mornings into powerful, life-changing routines. Every single day, you are presented with a golden opportunity. The morning, how you spend the first few hours of your day, sets the tone for everything that follows. Most people stumble out of bed, groggy, unprepared, and reacting to life. Rather than proactively shaping it, they hit snooze one too many times, drag themselves through their morning routine, and start the day feeling behind, overwhelmed, and already exhausted. But what if I told you that how you wake up could change your entire life? That a simple shift in how you approach the morning could turn your life into something extraordinary. The power to completely transform your life lies in the moments right after you open your eyes. This is your time. The mornings are your canvas, waiting for you to paint a masterpiece. Think about it. The morning is when your mind is fresh, your energy is untapped, and your potential is limitless. It's the perfect time to connect with yourself, set your intentions, and establish a routine that will carry you through the day with focus, clarity, and power. But it's also the time when most people waste their potential. They give in to the distractions, the chaos, the urge to check social media, or dive straight into their responsibilities without setting themselves up for success. This is the moment where you either start your day with purpose, or you let it slip away without even realizing it. The choice is yours. Imagine waking up with a clear sense of direction, knowing exactly how your day will unfold. What if every morning could be a powerful ritual that propels you forward, rather than an afterthought? What if you could train your mind and body to jumpstart your day with energy, motivation, and focus? It's all possible. And it starts with the commitment to transform your mornings into life-changing routines. You see, the morning isn't just a transition from sleep to wakefulness. It's a launch pad, a springboard into your day, into your goals, and into the life you want to create. The first step in transforming your mornings is to take control of them. Most people let their mornings be reactive. They wake up and immediately feel behind. They check their phones, get caught up in the flood of emails or news, and before they know it, the day has begun, and they're already playing catch-up. But imagine taking those first moments after waking up and using them to fuel your success. It all begins with deciding to take control of how your day starts, and that's where the magic happens. When you wake up with purpose, your day takes on a whole new energy. You begin to feel like you're in the driver's seat, not just coasting along for the ride. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to set your intention for the day right when you wake up. Before you check your phone, before you let the world pull you in a million directions, take a few minutes to connect with yourself. Take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and visualize what you want to accomplish that day. Get clear on your priorities and how you want to show up. This is the moment when you decide how the day will unfold. Do you want to be reactive, overwhelmed, and stressed? Or do you want to be calm, focused, and intentional? The choice is yours. When you set your intention in those first few minutes, you're establishing the mindset that will carry you through the day, and it doesn't stop there. The next step is to create a morning routine that primes you for success. The power of a routine cannot be overstated. It's the foundation of your day, and it's what turns your intentions into action. When you have a routine that supports your goals, you're not wasting time figuring out what to do next. You've already decided. You've already created the structure that will guide you through the morning with purpose and focus. This is your time to do the things that matter most. It's your time to nourish your body, feed your mind, and set yourself up for success. Your morning routine doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to take hours. In fact, the most powerful routines are simple and focused. Start with a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing to center yourself. This is your time to calm your mind and set the tone for the day. Then do something that energizes you, whether it's stretching, exercising, or simply drinking a glass of water to hydrate your body. Fuel yourself physically so that you're ready to take on the day with vitality and strength. After that, take a few moments to review your goals, your vision, and your intention for the day. What do you want to accomplish? What's the most important thing you can do today to move closer to your dreams? Once you've established that, move forward with your day, confident in the direction you're heading. The beauty of a morning routine is that it doesn't require perfection. You don't need to have every moment planned out, and you certainly don't need to be hard on yourself if things don't go as planned. What matters most is consistency. It's about showing up every day and committing to the rituals that will set you up for success. The more you commit to your morning routine, the more you'll see the compound effect of those small actions. Each morning you're building momentum, and that momentum will carry you through the rest of your day. You'll feel more energized, more focused, and more empowered to take on whatever comes your way. But there's something even more powerful that happens when you transform your mornings. You start to transform your life. Your mornings become the foundation of your success. They're not just a few hours you get through before the real day begins. They're the starting point of everything you're creating. When you make your mornings a priority, you're sending a message to yourself that you are worthy of success. You're telling yourself that you're in control, that you're taking charge of your destiny. This mindset shifts everything. It shifts how you show up in your work, in your relationships, and in every area of your life. When you wake up with intention, when you start your day with purpose, you build the confidence to take on anything. You begin to believe that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and that belief propels you toward success. So here's the challenge. Transform your mornings, and watch how everything else starts to transform. Start each day with a routine that empowers you, with actions that align with your goals, and with an intention that drives you forward. You don't need a miracle. You need a commitment to yourself. You need a decision to stop reacting to life and start creating it. The mornings are your opportunity. Don't waste them. Don't let another day go by where you're just getting through the motions. Make your mornings the most powerful part of your day, and watch how everything else follows suit. When you own your mornings, you own your life. And once you start owning your life, there's nothing that can stop you. Chapter 8. Let go of limiting beliefs and achieve your dreams. The moment you let go of the beliefs that are holding you back, you unlock the door to a world of limitless potential. You may not realize it yet, but the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the story you've been telling yourself about who you are, what you're capable of, and what you deserve. Right now, your life is a reflection of what you believe about yourself and the world around you. And the greatest truth I can tell you is this: you are far more capable than you think. The only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams is the belief that you can't. You've probably heard it a million times before. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. It's a great message, but it doesn't hit home for most people because deep down they don't believe it's true. Maybe you've been conditioned by your past, by failures, by the voices of others, or by your own doubts. Maybe you've convinced yourself that you're not enough, that your dreams are too big, that the success you crave is reserved for someone else. But let me tell you this, those beliefs are lies. They're limiting beliefs, and they're the only thing standing between you and the life you've always dreamed of. The beliefs you hold about yourself shape your reality, your self-talk, your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions are all influenced by these beliefs. And if you've been operating under the assumption that you're not worthy, that success is out of reach, or that you don't have what it takes, then you're essentially writing a script for your life that keeps you stuck in the same place, over and over again. Your dreams aren't going to be handed to you on a silver platter. They won't come to life just because you wish for them, but they will become your reality when you start believing that you deserve them, that you are worthy of them, and that you have the power to bring them to fruition. The first step in breaking free from limiting beliefs is to recognize them. So often these beliefs are so deeply ingrained in our psyche that we don't even realize we're carrying them. They're like invisible chains that bind us, and because they're invisible, we don't know to question them. But you can't break free from something you don't even know exists. So take a moment to really examine the stories you've been telling yourself. What do you believe about your potential, about your worth, about your ability to succeed? Where did these beliefs come from? Were they instilled in you by someone else? Were they born out of past experiences that didn't go as planned? The first step in letting go of limiting beliefs is awareness. Without it, you'll continue to unconsciously operate based on false narratives. Once you've identified the limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Is there any evidence to support it? Where did I learn this idea? And is it actually helping me, or is it holding me back? I want you to imagine for a moment that every belief you have is a statement, and then ask yourself if that statement serves you or sabotages you. If you believe that you're not good enough to achieve your goals, ask yourself, has anyone in the world ever achieved success while thinking they weren't good enough? Of course not. So why would you believe that about yourself? It's not enough to simply question your limiting beliefs. You have to replace them with empowering beliefs. If you've been telling yourself that you're not enough, it's time to flip the script. Start telling yourself that you are more than enough, that you have everything you need within you to succeed, and that there is no limit to what you can achieve. If you've been believing that success is for other people, it's time to start believing that success is for you. There is no shortage of success in the world, there's enough for everyone, and there is more than enough for you. But you'll never experience it until you let go of the beliefs that say otherwise. One of the most powerful things you can do is to start taking action from a place of belief, even before you fully feel it. Your beliefs will evolve as you take steps toward your goals. In fact, action is one of the most effective ways to build new empowering beliefs. When you take action, you reinforce the idea that you are capable, and when you start to see progress, even small wins, you'll begin to feel more confident in your abilities. This is how you build momentum. You don't have to wait until you feel ready or until you believe that you're worthy. You act in spite of your doubts, and in doing so, you prove to yourself that your limiting beliefs don't have the power to control you anymore. The process of letting go of limiting beliefs is not a one-time thing, it's a continuous practice. Every time you face a new challenge, a new opportunity, or a new goal, there will be a temptation to revert to those old stories. But here's the truth, your beliefs are not fixed. You have the power to change them at any moment. And when you do, you change your life. You begin to move toward your dreams, no longer held back by the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or the fear of not being good enough. When you let go of those beliefs, you create space for new ones that empower you to take bold action, to dream bigger, and to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Here's the thing, your dreams are not outside your reach. The only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is the belief that you can't get there. The moment you let go of that belief, you unlock your potential. The moment you decide to believe in yourself, in your worth, and in your ability to succeed, everything changes. You are capable of more than you can imagine. Your dreams are not some far-off fantasy. They are waiting for you to claim them. But first, you have to let go of the beliefs that are holding you back. Once you do, the world will open up to you in ways you've never experienced before. So today, make the decision to release those limiting beliefs. Let go of the stories that no longer serve you, and in their place, plant the seeds of belief that will propel you forward. Your dreams are waiting for you. All you have to do is believe that you are worthy of them, and then take the steps to make them a reality. The power has always been within you. It's time to unlock it. Chapter 9. Own your decisions and build your dream life now. Every decision you make has the power to shape your future. The moment you realize that, you unlock the secret to creating the life you truly desire. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, or waiting for the stars to align, or waiting for someone to give you permission. The truth is, the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the series of decisions you make every single day. It's not the grand gestures that matter, it's the small, consistent choices that you make when no one is watching. And if you want to build a life you're proud of, a life that feels like your own, you need to own every single decision you make. Stop for a moment and think about where you are in your life right now. Everything you have, everything you've accomplished, every situation you're facing, all of it is a result of the decisions you've made. That's both empowering and liberating, because it means that no matter where you are today, you have the ability to change your life with the decisions you make moving forward. The power has always been in your hands. The question is, are you taking ownership of that power, or are you still waiting for something outside of you to change before you do something about it? Your dream life is not some far-off fantasy. It's waiting for you to claim it, but you can only claim it when you take full responsibility for your choices. Here's what most people do. They blame everything outside of themselves. They blame their circumstances, their past, the people around them, and even the universe for why they're stuck. But the reality is, if you want to create the life you desire, you have to stop playing the victim and start being the creator of your own story. Every time you point fingers at something else, you give away your power. You tell yourself that your circumstances have more control over you than you have over yourself. And that's simply not true. You have everything you need to create the life you want, but you must own the decisions you make. You are the architect of your reality, and every decision you make builds the foundation for the life you want to live. Now, I know it's easy to get caught up in the external pressures. Life can throw curveballs, people can discourage you, and the world can make it feel like your dreams are impossible. But what if I told you that those things are not the problem? The problem is how you react to them. If you continue to make decisions based on fear, doubt, or worry, you will continue to create a life that reflects those emotions. But if you start making decisions from a place of power, from a place of confidence, from a place of belief in your ability to achieve your dreams, everything will start to shift. What does that mean practically? It means that every time you face a decision, big or small, you ask yourself, is this decision moving me closer to the life I want to live? Is this decision aligned with the person I am becoming? Is this decision a reflection of my highest self or my lowest self? These are the questions that will guide you, because the truth is, every choice you make today is either bringing you closer to your dream life or pushing you further away from it. And the good news is that you get to choose. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone to tell you that it's your turn. Your time is now, and it starts with the decisions you make. Imagine waking up every day with purpose. Imagine making decisions from a place of power and confidence. Imagine looking in the mirror and knowing that you're the one who is creating the life you want. That is what happens when you start owning your decisions. You stop feeling like life is happening to you, and you start feeling like you're in control. The moment you take responsibility for your choices, you take control of your destiny. Your dream life isn't a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. And the more you own your decisions, the more power you give yourself to create the reality you want. Let's be clear, it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes the decisions that move you forward are the hardest ones to make. Sometimes it will feel like the world is against you, and your dreams are just out of reach. But this is where the magic happens. When you choose to stay committed to your vision, even when things aren't going your way. When you make decisions based on your dreams, not your fears, you begin to build momentum. Each decision, no matter how small, adds another brick to the foundation of your dream life. And over time, those bricks begin to stack up. And before you know it, you've built something solid, something real, something that can't be knocked down by doubt or fear or obstacles. The key to building your dream life is consistency. It's not about making one grand decision that will magically change everything. It's about making the right decisions, day in and day out, that will get you closer to your goal. The little things matter. The way you choose to spend your time, the people you choose to spend your energy on, the habits you choose to cultivate, these decisions matter more than you realize, because they're shaping your life in ways you may not even see right now. So make them count. Start by identifying the decisions that are holding you back. Are you choosing comfort over growth? Are you choosing fear over courage? Are you choosing to stay stuck because you're afraid of the unknown? If you are, then it's time to make a change. It's time to stop making decisions based on what's easy and start making them based on what's going to move you forward. It's time to let go of the excuses and take full responsibility for the life you're creating. The power has always been yours, and it's time to claim it. When you own your decisions, you own your future. And when you own your future, you create the life you've always dreamed of. It's as simple as that. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to tell you it's your time. Your time is now. It's time to take charge of your decisions and build the life you deserve. The moment you step into that power, everything will begin to shift. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making this moment perfect with the decisions you make today. The dream life you want is within your reach, and it all starts with you owning the decisions that will get you there. Take that first step and watch everything change. Chapter 10. Rewire your thoughts to create a winning mindset. The mind you possess right now is the one that's shaping your reality. It's not the external world, not your circumstances, not the opinions of others. It's your mindset. The way you think, the way you perceive yourself, the way you view challenges, the way you believe in your ability to succeed, all of that stems from the wiring in your brain. If you want to create a winning life, then you must first rewire your thoughts. This isn't some far-off concept or mystical idea. This is practical, actionable advice that will completely change the trajectory of your life. And let me tell you, the power to transform is in your hands right now, in this moment, as you decide that you're ready to take control of your thoughts and in turn your future. You have to understand that your brain is like a machine, and like any machine, it's built through repeated actions, behaviors, and thought patterns. The thoughts you have today are a result of years of mental programming. You've been feeding your mind for years, and whether you realize it or not, you've built habits of thinking, habits that have either propelled you forward or held you back. So here's the truth. If you're not seeing the success you want, if you're not living the life you desire, it's not about how hard you work, it's about how you think. And if you want to get different results, you need to start with a shift in your thoughts. You need to rewire your brain to create a mindset that is unstoppable. But let's break this down further. When you're thinking about success, your mind doesn't automatically jump to thoughts of triumph and victory. Instead, for most people, thoughts of failure, self-doubt, fear of the unknown, and negative beliefs take center stage. These thoughts don't come from nowhere. They're learned, they're ingrained over time, and for so many people, they become a part of their identity. They think, this is who I am, and this is all I'll ever be. But that's a lie. That's a limiting belief that you can shed as easily as you put on a new pair of shoes. All you need to do is learn how to rewire your thoughts. The first thing you need to do is become aware of your thought patterns. What do you think about yourself? What do you think about your future? What do you think about your abilities? The majority of people are walking around with a constant inner dialogue that's filled with self-criticism and self-doubt. They don't even realize that these thoughts are on repeat in their minds. These negative thoughts don't serve you. They don't empower you. They keep you stuck in a loop of mediocrity and disappointment. The secret to breaking free from this pattern is awareness. When you're aware of the thoughts that are holding you back, you have the power to change them. But it doesn't stop with awareness. Awareness is just the beginning. The next step is to challenge the thoughts that no longer serve you. It's about recognizing when you're thinking negatively and choosing a different, more empowering thought. When you catch yourself saying, "I'm not good enough," you have to stop and say, "Wait a second. I am good enough. I have the ability to learn, grow, and improve." When you hear the thought, "I'll never be successful," you have to replace it with, "Success is inevitable for me because I am constantly growing, adapting, and learning." It's not about magically eliminating negative thoughts. It's about choosing to replace them with thoughts that align with the person you're becoming, the person who is destined for success. Now, it's important to understand that rewiring your brain doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. It takes time and consistent effort. The brain is like a muscle, and the more you exercise it with positive, empowering thoughts, the stronger those thoughts will become. Think of your mind as a garden. If you allow weeds to grow, they'll take over. But if you plant seeds of positivity, self-belief, and strength, you'll cultivate a garden of success. Every time you choose to think positively, you're planting a seed that will eventually grow into something magnificent. The more you practice, the easier it gets. The more you practice, the less power the old, limiting beliefs will have over you. But here's the thing, just thinking positive thoughts isn't enough. You have to back those thoughts up with action. The thoughts you choose to have must align with the actions you take. This is where so many people fall short. They think about success, they believe they can do it, but then they don't take the necessary actions to make it happen. You can't just wish your dreams into existence. You have to take deliberate, consistent steps toward your goals every single day. But when your mindset is aligned with your goals, taking action becomes effortless. You'll feel driven, inspired, and unstoppable. Your mindset will become the fuel that drives your actions, and those actions will move you closer to the success you desire. One of the most powerful ways to rewire your mind is through daily affirmations. These aren't just words you say out loud. These are powerful declarations that, when repeated consistently, begin to shift your subconscious mind. When you tell yourself, "I am successful, I am capable, I am worthy," your brain starts to believe it. Your thoughts begin to align with your affirmations, and your actions follow. Over time, these positive affirmations will become part of who you are, and the old limiting beliefs will fade into the background. Your subconscious mind will be rewired to support your goals, and you'll begin to act in alignment with the success you desire. Visualization is another powerful tool for rewiring your mind. When you visualize your success, you're training your brain to believe that what you desire is not only possible but inevitable. The more vividly you can picture yourself achieving your goals, the more real they will feel to your subconscious mind. Your brain doesn't know the difference between something you visualize and something you actually experience. When you see yourself succeeding, your brain starts to believe it's real, and it starts looking for ways to make that vision a reality. But here's the kicker. Rewiring your brain for success isn't just about thinking positively or repeating affirmations. It's about building a mindset that embraces failure as a stepping stone. Winners don't fear failure. They use it as a tool to learn, grow, and improve. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. When you start to rewire your thoughts to see failure as an opportunity to learn, you will no longer be afraid to take risks.